The Embodied Performance Podcast, episode 34. I'm Nick Markey, Beach Barbell, Physical Therapy and Strength Training in Wilmington, North Carolina. We're building out our gym currently, hopefully get that open the next few weeks. We're holding a launch promo and charity drive up until November 1st. Please check out beachbarbell.com for more details. So the last final day of the segment series, and I needed another T word, so I did Google synonyms, but came across one that I'm surprised I didn't think of. But so Thursday is going to be Transformation Thursday. So we have Fun Friday, where we talk about maybe futuristic topics or things, tangentially related to what we talk about already, but just from a more fun aspect, maybe more speculative. Monday's Motivation Monday, where we continue talking about various things relating to motivation, goals, discipline, that kind of stuff. Tuesday is Truth Tuesday, where kind of hit on our understanding of different topics, probably get more into pain and later on in those modern understanding of pain and just other things relating to our life and performance and working out and just maybe what we think we know and what we maybe don't know as much. And then Wednesday was going to be Workout Wednesday, where I'll just talk more specific stuff relating to exercise and programming and that kind of thing. Probably more geared towards beginners trying to understand and learn maybe how to do some of this stuff. So that brings us now to Thursday, Transformation Thursday. I was trying to think of another style of topic based on the theme of what we're already doing. And so what I mean by Transformation Thursday is just, I think I'm going to talk more about broader topics relating to life and, oneself and that kind of thing. So today was going to talk about just the journey to become your own business owner, entrepreneur, or wantrepreneur. And, why you might take that journey, and I'll give a little insight into why I've decided to go down that route. So you can basically look at a couple paths you can go when you're going out to work. So you have, you are an employee, so there's already maybe established business, they're hiring, and it's something that fits your interest or your skill set, and you join in. So obviously there's going to generally be some structure, some bureaucracy, you're going to have some sort of manager or boss, but oftentimes pretty steady in terms of wage and hours, more or less. I've always been taught by my family to be what's called more intrapreneurial, where you're not necessarily creating your own business, but if you're working for somebody, you constantly are upping your skill set and value to the company, where if there were going to be layoffs or whatnot, if they had to let people go because of the times were tougher or whatever, they needed to save money, you would be the last one that they would look at to lay off. So you're so valuable to the company that, when they're looking at all the names of who to lay off, they see your name and go, no, wait, no, we need to keep him or her. So I've always tried to operate that way, and still do, as a physical therapist, continue my education, both formally through CEUs, but also I guess informally by just staying on top of research and science and understanding and whatnot. So with that, I think if you are the kind of person that likes that, very steady, and I don't know anyone who doesn't like steady income, but if to you the trade-off of maybe having a boss is worth it, being told what to do from time to time is worth the more potentially steady income, then that's how you should operate. You should operate very intrapreneurially, where you are constantly upping your value to the company. And that's a pretty good way to make rank and get raises and, get elevated to higher positions, and also, arm yourself from being potentially laid off. So I don't think there's really any controversy with that. I don't think it's a good idea to just do the bare minimum. That obviously, I don't think you should crush yourself at a company. You shouldn't be doing things that you're really, not within your job description, so to speak, or you can tell that you're being asked to do a lot of things that really you're not getting really much benefit out of that. As selfish as that sounds, sometimes that'll be the downside of being the hard worker, is that they'll go, well, we could just give them the work. Well, you're being paid the same, and maybe you're putting in more hours. Definitely don't do anything off the clock, unless, of course, you're, salaried, and I guess you kind of have to. But don't do anything off the clock. If they're texting you or calling you to do stuff and you're not even working, then you need to rectify that situation. You need to stand up for yourself. Seen lots of people end up doing that kind of thing, and it happens a lot in the medical field, where you have these 15-minute breaks, or even your off the clock lunch break. And I've been guilty of this too, where you'll be doing notes, even after the clock, 30 minutes, hour, whatever, off the clock, working on notes and stuff like that. Most companies will frown on that, but they may not make a situation where you don't have to do that. So, anyway, so moral of the story, you work for somebody, increase your value to the company to protect yourself from potential layoffs, and also perhaps position yourself for, greater chance at raises and, making rank, if that's what you want to do. And certainly don't be afraid to ask for raises, if you are that valuable company, or ask what you might be able to do to increase your value to get a raise, and then might tell you something, and then you go and do that, and then get your raise, maybe get in writing. And then don't work off the clock for, just because you're a hard worker doesn't mean you have to work for free. You're valuable, and you should not be working for free. Okay. So the other side of the coin, the entrepreneur, you create your own thing, you create your own business. And I guess there's kind of a middle ground where you're more of a sales. So this has become more popular. So, like I've seen it with like the CBD, a lot of people selling CBD, for different companies. And those structures, you're kind of working for the company, but it's more or less mostly commission, if not all commission. So you're kind of like a mix between, working for the company and being your own entrepreneur. So, because you have to go and make your own business, it's not as steady, but you can you have some more like the freedoms that you might experience as just a regular entrepreneur. I won't really get into that, but that is an avenue you can explore, and but it's very sales focused. So that would have to be an area where you'd have to pick up some skill set if you don't already have some. Anyway, so entrepreneur, someone who makes their own business. You create a product, you create a service. Maybe it's already a service that's out there, but you make it your own. You make a company, you make a brand, that kind of thing. Obviously, this could be a scarier path, because you don't have the steadiness of that income that you might be if you're just working for a company. But now you're your own boss, So with that comes some more, upsides and downsides. I'd say the upside is that obviously no one's telling you what to do, but that's kind of a downside too. You have to kind of figure it out. There are lots of good resources out there. And for my own sake, I've, because I've been a intrapreneur, I guess, for my working career, and then moving here to Wilmington, now I'm deciding to be an entrepreneur, making, as a physical therapist, but with a strength and conditioning type style, making my own gym. This is a startup, so it's not proven. And other people have opened gyms, and some under similar circumstances, but it's new for me. I'm new to doing my own business, so I'm my own boss. So I get to figure out, what to do, what to charge, how to set it up, how to market, all that stuff. There's a lot of other professionals out there that may be able to help you. There are, especially here, I found good here in Wilmington, good business mentoring type stuff. And I've also joined a business mentoring program focused on gyms called Two Brain Business. So there are things like that, that can help you kind of understand more the business aspect to it. I think, but the downside is kind of the same. It's like the double-edged sword type of thing. The downside is that you're also your own boss. So you're in charge of your own schedule. So you have to try to make sure you're being productive and not just busy, just kind of going around doing whatever just to kill time. Trying to make sure that your time is going towards things that are valuable, so that, you're contributing to your business in some way. I think the thing I've noticed with this stuff is there's a book called Run Like Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz or something like that. But he's wrote some other business type books, but very interesting guy and book. Basically, the main premise being that you have what your business serves is called the QBR or Queen Bee role. So that's like, what's the prime, function of your business is, for me, the gym, the prime function of my business is the customer experience. Are they getting, a safe, smart, fun workout? Are they happier, with what we're doing? Are they feeling better? That kind of stuff. So that's our QBR. So, kind of coming back to, I think that's a good thing to map out first, what is my business and who is my business serving? And then making sure what you're doing is relating to that instead of just kind of going off in all sorts of directions. Making sure every process, you do or update or system or whatever is it, helping this QBR, in some way. So I think that's a good way to focus your attention and energies. And a lot of stuff, it's probably, there's also a slow burn. I'm new to this, so, take everything I say with a grain of salt, but, going to networking, making those connections and relationships, especially if you're new to an area like I am, meeting people, just kind of getting your name out there, getting the word out there. Learning about the area, the people, the business owners type of culture in that area, because that could be different than just being just a regular worker. All the business owners kind of have their own way they operate and run things. So, and talking to other people, both that are starting their own business or doing their own business, plus, people that are running their own for quite some time successfully, and, picking their brain, about just different thoughts and ideas and advice, and and then coming up with and this is from more the book Story Brand. I think Dan something, I can't remember his last name, but Story Brand, you can find that easy though. Just look it up for the books. But the message. This is more marketing. The message you're sending out. Can you say it within like a sentence or two, your pitch, your elevator pitch, trying to, like when you're talking to somebody, can they know who you're serving and what you're doing, pretty dang quickly, as opposed to you got to sit there and explain it out, and then you really got to refine your message. They make the point in the book, something like Walmart, where their new motto is just, it's like save money, live better. So it's pretty clear. You go to Walmart, you save money, and you live better because you're saving money, and you get to do more with your money and that kind of thing. So it's pretty clear message, but it's super short and simple. Anyways, so those are kind of the two paths. I decided to go down the entrepreneur path because I just see a gap in the fitness and rehab industry, kind of both on the rehab side, kind of a gap between getting into more fitness and strengthening and that kind of thing. And then on the fitness side, I don't oftentimes see just like the regular person marketed. It seems like fitness is always about challenges and competition. Not always, but it's just the message I kind of see when I'm looking at fitness related stuff. And just talking to people that I've worked with through physical therapy, and, just them not feeling comfortable going into gyms and stuff like that. So I figured, I could be a good bridge, that could be a good market to serve, the people that aren't comfortable going to gyms or working out or training or whatever for myriad of reasons. But so that's kind of the market I want to serve. And I'm figuring there's a good amount of people. I just, for me, it's getting the message out there because, again, I'm new to the area. So the awareness, the trust factor, of course, why would I be a good one to serve them? And I think I do okay with that once I'm talking to people and kind of hearing them out and hear out what their thoughts and feelings are. I've gotten good feedback on that. I think my main area is the awareness. So doing a lot of networking, doing some marketing, Facebook, that kind of stuff, posting content like this, just trying to get my message and thoughts out there, to kind of give an idea of who I am. And then, just trying to find your customer. Lots of different ways to go about doing that. So anyways, so that's just a little dip into that world. So yeah, Intrapreneur, provide value to the company, increase your potential, raise that kind of stuff. Entrepreneur, you're your own boss, but you also have to figure out how to do everything now because you now create the structure. But there are certainly a lot of resources out there that can help you. So don't be afraid to look out for those and take advantage of anything that you can in terms of that. And, reach out to other business people to learn about how they're running and doing things and, get their advice. So I think that'll be good today for our Transformation Thursday. I like this theme. So we'll continue again next Thursday. So we'll keep the themes going. So tomorrow again will be Fun Friday, where we'll come up with some fun, wacky, whatever, silly topic to talk about. Again, I'm Nick Markey, Beach Barbell Physical Therapy and Strength Training, Wilmington, North Carolina. New gym coming soon, 2516 Independence Boulevard, number 101, Wilmington, zip code 28412, right next to Perry's Emporium, the jeweler, and Henry's Restaurant. There's also a Port City Java there too. Building out our gym over the next few weeks. Hopefully that'll be coming sooner rather than later. And we're running our gym launch promo plus charity drive until November 1st. Charity drive for Health Possible Incorporated. All right. Check out beachbarbell.com for details. Okay. See you next time. Bye.